Not very long ago, a life-changing video course on Udemy cost $9.99. When instructors themselves weren't making those $9.99 coupons rain down like dollar bills at a club of ill repute, it seemed like Udemy itself was constantly running blowout bargain basement deals. But in January of 2020, this very merry merry-go-round of insanely cheap courses started slowing down. The platform tightened its rules for instructor promotions, and the company was also clear that they had a lot of work to do when it came to an appropriate pricing structure. And ever since those new rules in that fateful memo from January 2020 were put into place, for some of us Udemy customers, their course pricing just keeps getting more volatile. But for many others, nothing really changed at all, except for a wee bit of inflation. So what the heck is going on over at Udemy? And more importantly, how much does a Udemy course really cost? For countless learners, Udemy opened our minds to the power of online video-based learning. This is especially true for those of us who are self-taught software developers. Not too long ago, those who wanted to learn modern technologies had to use things like blog posts, forums, and books.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with blog posts, forums, or books, but for a lot of newbies, they need to see the concepts in action. Why explain an e-commerce project in 400 pages of text to beginners when you can show it to them in a 5-minute video? And whether you want to learn web development, game development, mobile development, or even something a little less techy like cultivating bonsai, Udemy has a lot to offer. The course selection? Bountiful. The curricula? Expansive. The price? Oh, the price was right. There's something about a $9.99 price tag that is just so hard to resist. And eventually, students like myself were conditioned that a Udemy course should cost, you guessed it, $9.99. And even if instructors weren't actively passing out promo codes on Twitter, or Udemy had turned off the sale button to let its batteries recharge for a few hours, you could always get a sale price to pop back up with a few custom tweaks. Clear your cookies. Use a different IP address. Have you tried signing out and signing back in again? Have you tried signing up again with a different name? Have you Googled any combination of Udemy promo code and checked out every URL listed on the first page of the search results for some long forgotten but still very valid discount code? Have you? Have you? I'll be the first to argue that a potential student shouldn't have to perform a series of semi-secret actions like it's some sort of cheat code they used to publish in Nintendo Power for getting unlimited lives in Donkey Kong Country in order to get a discount code for a Udemy course. But we did. We do. Fast forward to January 2020. A post published on Udemy.com in January of 2020 laid down the new rules for all to see. First of all, instructor coupons, the ones course creators handed out to students on social media, for example, had a strict expiration date. Prior to the changes, a student could snag an instructor coupon and it didn't have an expiration date. With the new system, though, instructor coupons expire between 5 and 31 days after instructors activate them. Plus, instructors are limited with the number of coupons they can create. Another big change, the days of a one-size-fits-all approach for promotional pricing were over. In other words, say goodbye to those site-wide $9.99 promos that always seem to be going on. The new system, differentiated sales pricing. As they noted in a June 2019 post, differentiated sales pricing takes into account different variables and assigns an appropriate discounted price during a particular promotion. We start by using each course's unique features to generate its initial price from a set range. These course factors include the topic, student response, number of competing courses. There are dozens of factors that go into generating the initial price window of a course. Then, as students see and respond to each course at its assigned price, our system will use that data to make adjustments and continue to seek the right price for each course in future promotions. All of these changes, experiments, adjustments, tests, rules, and variables made Udemy sound more like the name given to a hapless government lab animal. That said, most of us have had experiences with differentiated pricing, and many of us have even benefited from it. Ever gotten a student discount? Differentiated pricing. Senior discount? Differentiated pricing. But But instead of taking in just a single data point, for example, if you're over the age of 65 in the case of a senior discount, Udemy is taking in dozens of data points. Once their pricing algorithm analyzes all those variables, it spits out various prices they think potential students will respond to. And according to Udemy's January 2020 post, it's working. In September 2018, we launched our first pilot of a differentiated pricing system in Australia, and it outperformed our flat pricing model. So over the course of 2019, we slowly rolled out the new approach around the world, making incremental changes and testing rigorously. By November, flat price sales were less frequent and more special, enabling critical centerpiece sales like Black Friday and Cyber Monday to deliver more aggregate revenue to more instructors than ever before. In other words, instead of constant $9.99 super sales, they'd apparently be offering those sales only at really special times of the year, like Black Friday. One of the interesting things about Udemy and their whole approach to discounts and pricing is that they're still primarily selling courses individually. Nowadays, a lot of online education platforms have switched exclusively to membership-based pricing. In other words, students don't even have the option to buy an individual course on a lot of these platforms. For example, Codecademy Pro's monthly subscription, which grants you access to all courses on their platform, is $39.99 per month. Pluralsight, Treehouse, DataCamp, LinkedIn Learning, membership-only models. Udemy has been experimenting a bit with a membership model on certain courses, but it's still in its infancy and isn't available to everyone yet. The only other platform that reminds me of what Udemy is doing with experimental promos and differentiated pricing is Coursera. And I don't even know if you'd call it differentiated pricing.
I'm so damn confused.
Sometimes I'll get questions like, I'm looking at this Coursera course. Should I take it? Actually, Josephus 6969, I think the course itself has a lot of value, but it might cost you $500. Actually, it might cost you no $100. You might qualify for financial aid. Sorry, my bad. This course is actually $49.99 with this sketchy coupon, but actually, I'd probably just suggest going with Coursera Plus. That grants you access to 7,000 courses. Now, it's one thing if you want to bargain hunt. Lots of people do it and even enjoy it. Flash sales, super secret coupon codes, they're fun. But what I'm talking about is a lot less fun. I mean, students shouldn't have to do a full-blown, time-intensive investigation like it's a Dateline murder mystery with Keith Morrison just to get an honest price on an online education platform.
Hello, I'm Keith Morrison, and this is a Dateline mini mystery.
But like I said, mercifully, this is really only an issue I've seen with Udemy and Coursera. Okay, so how much does a Udemy course really cost? In so many of life's greatest questions, the answer is it depends. As we saw in the Udemy post, they're processing dozens of data points to spit out a promotional price they think you'll respond to. Myself personally, I've never paid more than $25 for a Udemy course and probably never will. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned. Maybe these courses should be sold to me for $100 at certain times of the month, but $10 to my neighbor lady when the mood strikes the pricing scientist at the secret Udemy price experimentation lab location 0976B. Literal 900% price changes? Relax. I mean, they have nearly 200,000 courses and 35 million students. They probably know a lot more about managing the pricing structure for all these courses than me, a lowly YouTuber in the software development space. Right?
As a paid spokeswoman for RealToughCandy, I can confidently say that you should hit the back button on your browser. No, dude. Seriously.
At the end of the day, you can still usually get a Udemy course for a relatively low price. Just clear your browser or go incognito, and they'll probably think you're a new student and give you a discount to entice you to join the platform. Problem solved. I will say though, it's the unpredictable and even somewhat secretive volatility of these prices that sometimes puts a bad taste in my mouth. It can get confusing for some students, it leads to unnecessary analysis paralysis in others, and ultimately, it can even slow down one's coding education journey. With all the other obstacles that come standard with becoming a self-taught developer, we don't need any more. I'm RTC. Thanks for watching.